Okay, welcome to the 48th episode of the Mayor's Mixtape. I'm Haley Sue Robinson, Director of Public Affairs for the City of Pueblo.
I'm Heather Graham, City of Pueblo Mayor.
I'm Dianne Danti, Councilor for District 1.
Awesome. It's great to have a guest today. I'd like to remind you that we're available on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Buzzsprout, and we also have this podcast available on local channel 17. So there are lots of ways to listen to this podcast. Don't forget, if you have questions or want to suggest a topic for Mayor Graham to cover, you can email us at mayor@pueblo.us. So, Councilor Danti, thanks for being here this morning and joining us.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Let's help the listener get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself and also how you decided to get involved with politics and run for city council.
Okay.
Loaded question, I know.
I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, known for the 500-mile race.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the second child of 9.
Oh, my goodness.
The oldest daughter. So when it comes to collaboration and working as a team,
you had no choice.
Yes.
That was your family life.
Very busy family life. And that's why I wanted to get into politics. I didn't really want to get into politics per se. I wanted to run for city council.
Okay.
Mainly, I have been going to city council for years, watching everything that's going on, learning a lot as I'm there. And as I'm watching the councilors, I'm seeing a lot of no collaboration, no teamwork, no compromising, arguing.
Sure.
And not really listening to their constituents. And then also as for District 1, I didn't feel like for the last probably 3 years I actually had a person for my representative because they moved to District 2. So all of that together made me think maybe I should run. Okay. It wasn't so much that I can do better, which, I probably thought that a little bit, but it's just that I just thought I should step up.
Wow.
I love that.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, Mayor, one thing that we have done with Councilor Hernandez and with Councilor Boston and now with Councilor Danti is asked you if you have any advice for an incoming council member. So is there anything you feel like you could share with Dianne?
I mean, since I was on city council, Dianne was a frequent flyer of the city council meetings. So, like Dianne, I got involved because I didn't like what was going on when I was coming to the city council meeting. So I can appreciate the fact that that's why she decided to throw her hat in the ring. I mean, because really, who wants to do this job? People are
it's
mean
so glamorous,
and cruel,
Mayor. Come on.
And some people are nice, but sometimes it's hard. And so I can appreciate anybody who just wants to come in to make the community better. But I think Councilor Danti holds her own up there.
Sure.
I appreciate her willingness to work together and willingness to do the research. That's one thing that I know Dianne always does is when I send the stuff, she reads it.
She reads the stuff.
She reads the stuff. And I think that's important when you're a city councilor because you're going to be making really big decisions. And I think that you have to be knowledgeable on things that you're voting on or deciding. And if she doesn't know, then she asks the questions. So
sure.
That's another thing that I appreciate because there's so much to this job, especially as being a new counselor. You've been a counselor for 2 months now, and you've already had some significant projects and issues come before you. And so I think your ability to pick up on those issues and the willingness that you had to come to city council before, I think that's been very helpful in the process of being able to know what's going on in the community. And I think you have an advantage over some of the other council people who didn't do that for the last few years.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you've been coming to council for quite a while, but Dianne, what made you move to Pueblo then, since you're not from here? We got to ask the question.
My husband
Okay.
was born and raised here.
Okay.
And so after several years of living in different cities,
Okay.
which were Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, near Saratoga Springs,
Okay.
traveling around, enjoying the United States, basically. He decided that his mother was like 97 by the time we decided to move back here.
Okay.
And he wanted to spend some time with her because he hadn't been spending much time because he had been gone since he graduated from college.
Sure.
And so we moved back and spent time with her, and she lived to be 100 years old.
Oh my goodness. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Because, that is like the question. If you're not from here, how did you end up here?
Right.
Everybody wants to know.
Well, we traveled up here constantly every single year. So I got to see.
You got to know Pueblo.
Yes, I got to know Pueblo very well, and I started falling in love with it, It took a while because his parents were such homebodies.
Oh, sure.
And we'd been coming up here for several years, and by the time our children were like around probably 10 or 11, I was finally introduced to the city rides.
Oh, at City Park. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You had no idea we had all of that.
And didn't really know much about the Riverwalk at that time either.
Okay.
We got taken there once by his sister that lived here in Pueblo. And it's just like, oh, wow, this is really neat. And I started falling in love with the city.
So since we're on that track, could you tell us what is your favorite thing, or what are your favorite things about Pueblo? Because I know it's hard to pick one thing.
Oh, I could pretty well pick one thing. It's the Riverwalk.
Really?
Yes, I love the Riverwalk.
Okay.
There's so many, the paddle boats, all the museums. They're great. Sangre de Cristo, I go there and I take some of their classes. They've got a glass fusion class that I've taken.
Oh, cool.
So I really enjoy taking classes, learning new things. There's just so many things to mention, The slab, that was beautiful after it got repainted.
And that's in your district, so
yes,
that's exciting.
That's in my district, yeah. And I've just been introduced to the Big Hill Open Space Park.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, and that's in my district, so.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did mention a couple of things. Even though you said the Riverwalk's number one, there's a few things you really like about Pueblo.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Counselor, can you tell or can you share with us some of your goals for 2026, or even what you maybe want to accomplish over the next 4 years during your term?
There are several things.
Okay.
One thing is I want to collaborate with my co-counselors to create an ethics guide. I believe that, when ethics complaints come to the city council, it's looked at by a lawyer, and this is all legal. And it may be illegal, but that doesn't mean it's ethical.
Okay.
So I would really like to see an ethics guide created and put into place.
Okay.
That's one of my first goals. My second, I got a lot of them. I'm not even going to number them.
Okay. One of your other goals.
One of my other goals is to look at the homeless and see if we can find a space for them to be when they're not able to access the Pueblo shelter.
Okay.
As well as maybe get more space for them because when it gets really, really cold, they run out of beds.
Sure.
So we need another space that we can house them during the really cold weather.
Sure.
Another one is Black Hills. Our franchise agreement's ending in 2030, and I think we need to look start looking now on what we're going to do, because we don't want to wait until the last minute.
Sure.
Say, oh, it's ending now. Let's think about this,
Sure.
We need to think about it now. So I was thinking that maybe getting our Energy Commission to start working on this would be a good idea. Now my mind's gone blank.
I think the mayor probably could agree with you on a couple of those things. Those are definitely at the forefront of your mind, Mayor Graham, as far as things that we're addressing or things that we need to think about. I know as far as Black Hills goes, that was obviously a really hot topic last year. But as far as I know, it's not like it just isn't a topic of discussion anymore as we're looking towards 2030.
Yeah, it's going to be a continued topic for the city.
Sure.
Moving forward. So, like the councilwoman said, we need to start figuring out what we're going to do now. So it's not like it was last year,
right,
when we had that shortened time frame to try to put something together. So that's something the city will start looking at pretty soon.
Good. Another thing that I was looking at doing is looking at the Big Hill Open Space Park that was donated to us years and years ago. I didn't look up the date, but it's been a while. And I got all the paperwork on it from one of my constituents, and the paperwork has it designated to have a jogging and walking trail all the way up the hill.
Okay.
And supposedly the top of that hill is the highest point in Pueblo.
Oh, wow. I don't think I knew
didn't know
that.
either.
Supposedly.
Okay.
And so, there's some endangered plants there and some endangered species there.
Okay.
And I'm thinking this would be great for the, students, whether they be high school students or elementary students or even college students, to go and actually physically see these plants and species.
Sure.
So,
so an educational opportunity,
yes,
as well as developing the space.
Right.
Okay.
So I was thinking, I'm thinking that the paperwork said that there might need to be some restrooms created.
Okay.
And maybe some parking space.
So some amenities to add to it.
Right.
Great.
That was another one. And then I had a thought on the Riverwalk, getting a food court on the Riverwalk.
Oh, cool.
Not necessarily one that serves full meals like the restaurants, because those can bring in some sales tax money, but people don't go to them quite as often as they go to, like, the coffee shops. And I'm thinking coffee shops, donut shops. A
little more grab and go type of convenient food.
Right. Something that somebody can grab, maybe sit down and drink it, and then get up and just walk the Riverwalk while they're eating or drinking something,
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, you have to.
They're all sit
to
down.
The Bean, or if you want to grab a cup of coffee and walk the Riverwalk, it's not.
If I understand correctly, though, I do think the Leonardo da Vinci Museum is going to have some outdoor cafe space, and I think they're going to have gelato, like
Hopefully they have gelato.
Real gelato, I hope. Or maybe I'm just willing this into existence. If it's a true Italian museum, then we need true Italian gelato.
True story.
And then they have talked about coffee, but I think from a convenience factor, just for those of us who love to walk the Riverwalk, or when we're attracting visitors, those are great ideas for how we can encourage folks to enjoy the Riverwalk.
Right.
Great. Awesome. Okay, thank you for sharing your goals. I'm sure we'll learn more about them as you continue on council, and as folks get to know you better, they might bring some ideas forward that then you can champion forward for your district as well.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Also, you serve on quite a few different boards and commissions. Can you tell us why those positions are important to you as a counselor, and if you have any plans on those while you're serving in your capacity as a city councilor? I know you're just now starting to attend those boards and commissions, so it might be
boards and commissions though before you were a councilwoman, right?
Nonprofits.
Okay.
I when we got here, we looked at how expensive electricity was and decided to put solar on our house.
Okay.
That got us involved in the renewable energy. And there were several nonprofits out there to do with renewable energy. And one was REOCA, which is, I have to think about these letters, Renewable Energy Owners Coalition of America.
Okay.
Very long name. Yeah. But basically, it got created because I think it was 2019 that the Black Hills was trying to make the solar net metering a separate class. And raise the rates really high. And it's just like, well, that's why we put solar on, so we wouldn't have high rates.
Right.
And it would be detrimental to the whole solar industry if they raised it. So that's how I got involved with that one. Of course, they were not allowed to raise the solar rates. So that was a good thing.
Okay.
And then from there, being I was in energy, working on energy that way, I got involved in Pueblo Energy Future.
Okay.
Which was created by somebody that was well known through REOCA. And then from there, I got involved in Bring Power Home, which was the first time that we tried to terminate the franchise agreement. So those are basically all the ones on energy. So I'm like real energy advocate.
So this has been a long-standing fight for you, or a mission for you,
right? And climate change and everything going on, and it just makes sense. And then, I was seeing a lot of homeless people, and I was hearing bans on the homeless and things like that. And I wanted to get more involved in something other than energy, so I got on the Homeless Commission, the original one, and I eventually resigned from it because it was the way it was being run. I was not happy with.
Okay,
and the mayor saw what was going on with that mission and decided to
rein it back in.
Yes,
it was restructure. Large.
36 people.
Yeah, it was.
Well, and there wasn't a quorum at all times because there was 36 folks. Yeah. It is good to have so many folks who are interested and passionate about helping on our unhoused community. But when it comes to boards and commissions, honestly, when you get over like 10, you can get to like 12 and it's okay. But you get more into those higher numbers, and then it just kind of spirals out of control because we all have opinions, right? And if we're on the board or commission, then we want to share our opinion.
and then that was one choice that I made when I came on council, that I wanted to be on the Homeless Commission.
Great.
So working with the Homeless Commission, one of my goals being to help the homeless get a designated place to stay. We're working on all that and increasing the number of beds. So, I'm also on the Fountain Creek Watershed District.
Yep,
that's a different kind of a item that I'm not used to working with.
Sure.
I mean, I like to save water at home, but to learn about the Fountain Creek and how it comes all the way from like Monument all the way down to Pueblo, and to learn about all the situations that can come up with that creek. It's been a very learning experience.
It's a big learning curve. I can say that I really didn't know as much as I do now until I started working for the city. So I do understand that it's kind of a lot to wrap your head around.
Right. And the other one I'm on is on the library board, which we haven't met yet. I've
It's
been told,
still early.
well, I've been told that I will only meet once or twice when they
Okay.
elect board members, and then I guess I say, okay, I approve them or something.
Sure.
So
Or you ask the tough questions in case you don't. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. I know that's one thing that we tend to have more regular updates about you as counselors and your attendance at these boards and commissions. So we'll learn more about your seat and your representation on those boards as you have a little more time under your belt. But I'm glad to hear that you've been able to be in some positions that are important to you and that reflect some of your goals that you have while you're on council as well.
thank you.
Okay. Well, anything else that you think that the listener needs to know about you, Councilor Danti? I'm sure there's lots that we need to know about you, but just kind of as a peek in, you run a campaign and you want folks to get to know you, but then you're on council and it's a different type of get to know you now. It's
Right.
The work is here, right?
Yes, the work is here. I just want them to know that I'm listening, that
Okay.
I'm listening to my constituents.
Sure.
I don't want them to think that I'm just got my own agenda.
Sure.
Their agenda is my agenda. I'm here for them.
You're here to represent your district.
Yes.
I can also say that you're very responsive. I've sent you a couple of emails and you respond pretty much right away. So I think that's very helpful when folks are trying to get a hold of their representation. So that's helpful. So thank you for that. Even if you're not my district counselor, I still appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Anything else you want to add, Mayor?
Short week this week.
It is a short week.
It's a busy week.
It is. It's always busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's windy today.
I know, gross.
So I'm just watching it. Yep. So everybody stay safe out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of a short week, we do have a couple of upcoming events. Thursday, February 19th, this Thursday, is the Building Back Bessemer Town Hall. The City of Pueblo and Pueblo Urban Renewal Authority will be presenting the first of multiple town halls regarding the Building Back Bessemer initiative. And that is this Thursday from 6 to 8 at the Steelworks Center of the West, located at 215 Canal Street. Come learn about the renewal of Bessemer and give us your feedback about how to build back Bessemer. Also, Wednesday, February 25th, which is next Wednesday, is the Pueblo Transit Open House at Barkman Library in the community room from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Come to the open house and ask your zero emissions questions. Those are good questions that I'm sure Councilor Danti would like to know about the new hybrid fleet upgrades, and also find out about the plans for a new Pueblo Transit facility. So a couple of those things. Anything else I'm missing, Mayor, for upcoming events?
I don't think so.
Seems really busy, but I only had those two announcements.
Yeah, we have a pretty large work session
We do.
agenda tonight with a lot of good information. We have the Goodnight Barn, information on the Pope Block building, updates from our legislators. I'm giving a quick refresher on the half-cent sales tax.
Okay.
Criteria ordinance that's on second reading for the 23rd.
Next week.
And then we have a couple executive sessions, so we're going to be busy
A couple
tonight.
executive sessions?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to be busy tonight.
All right.
So.
Very busy. Well, Counselor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Glad I was here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to remind our listeners that if you have questions or topic suggestions, you can email us, mayor@pueblo.us. And you can find this podcast on Buzzsprout, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And we will see you next week.